Channel Truth. Yesterday I did a live stream with some very unfortunately poor sound quality. Right now we've got the family photo shoot going on out there. Classic. The sea level liquid mirror. How wonderful is that? So today is May 27th of 2024, and the moon is pretty high in the sky right now. Whoops, let me go ahead and zoom in on that. We live on a stationary level Earth. It's not popular, it's just true. The sun, moon, and stars move above, like I said, the stationary and level Earth. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up so we can see the beauty of that, the shadow reflections and all of that. It has to do with perspective. One of the questions that I continually have people want to consider. Oh, you can go in the shot. Oh, okay. That's totally cool. Nice to meet you, Chuck. Met Chuck this morning. He's taking photos and that out here, and I think video as well. Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. And one of the interesting realities is just watch how the sunbeam follows the eyes of the observers. One of the other realities is that let's see. I'm creating a part of a simulated reality, or shared simulated reality that has to do with using high-powered digital technology to do a live broadcast. Hey, we didn't have that when I was a kid, that's for sure. Not like this, not put into the hands of the average citizens or people, just regular people. So we've got cameras on the buildings that are also creating some of that simulated reality. If you're looking at a screen, you're looking at a simulated reality as best I can tell. And I'm looking at this scene with my eyes. Let's bring that on up here. and it's a beautiful day out here. There will be a lot of people that come on over. And I've got my setup under the pier with the surfboard. I'll just take a little walk on down the other side here, show you what that looks like. So the pier is a turning point. A lot of people will come to the pier, touch it, and turn around and go the other way. And when they're coming from even quite a long distance, they'll end up seeing my setup over here, which is the reason for doing it like this. And then when the tide comes in, I'll be able to have a place in the shade because it's a clear day and the sun is going to be extremely intense. So when sometimes people will come on by and they'll have a seat on my cooler or in my chair. You can reach out and contact me anytime you like if you think I've got something wrong or missed something. So what I say is I'm exposing the truth about everything that I found out about so far, and I invite your input. Seriously, I'm not just saying that to sound like I really want your input, I actually do. So people come from all over the world to come right here. And along the coast here, the Grand Strand of Myrtle Beach. On a busy year, we'll have up to 20 million guests or so. Isn't that fascinating? Just look at that. So people reflect off of the wet sand, off the water. Water has amazing properties. They reflect on their lives, past, present, future, hopes, dreams, fears, what's the reality of all that? How does this actually work? Who's in charge? And what kind of choices do we have in the matter? Well, I believe it's largely the illusion of choice, or at least some of them. There's a lot of different choices we can make, and I believe God took care of the most important choice. He chooses who his children are before the foundation of the world. It's the doctrine of election, predestination. Let me set that down. So that's available for your consideration in the Bible. Bible.com is God's Word in all the major languages of the world, and many different translations and versions. So you can check that out if you care to. And so with a lot of what I'm covering now, and have been for a while, the transhumanist agenda, the technological enslavement, and, the combining of man and machine. And I've got a lot of created content that's literally mind-blowing. A group of college students coming on down the road, or down the beach here. See if one of them would want a card. Y'all are in my live stream right now. Would you want a card? Here you go. Come on over. If you want to step right up there, you would be in the view if you want. All right. So here you go. Who else wants one? Okay, so the truth about everything. Feel free to reach out if you like, and let me know if you think I've got something wrong and missed it, from artificial intelligence, machine learning, the enslavement of humanity.
Is the Earth flat or no?
Stationary and level, for sure. Provable reality.
You think it's flat?
Well, if it were flat, we'd be swimming, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at a bird bath, look at a toilet. The water in the top of it's flat. I'm on PewDiePie, Logan Paul's channel. Do you know that or not?
Logan Paul, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, do you know that I'm on those channels?
Oh,
yeah, so they're mocking the flat Earth. It's not really flat. I'm gonna just move it so I'm not in your junk there. Hey, no problem. The reality is that we can. Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, or gyrating? Any of y'all? See?
I get really drunk sometimes.
What's that?
Sometimes I feel it move.
Yeah, is that after too much alcohol or drugs? I used to do a lot of that too, so I'm a free man sharing a message to set others free.
We went to sleep. We stayed out here all night.
You did?
Yeah.
So this group of guys has been out here all night. How about that? What's that?
Where can we find this?
Hashtag my name. You could even, it's on my YouTube right now, and then it'll be on Odyssey.
Is it live?
So, yeah, it's live right now. Where are you from?
Charlotte, North Carolina. Coolwood, right? How many people you got on?
Oh, a handful right now, but who knows how many will end up seeing it. Around 5,000, and then about 20,000 friends and followers on other platforms. So my name and number are like computer code to link to all the different platforms. Elon booted me off the X platform for exposing too much truth to too many people. Seriously, I sent my library to the world leaders, the power structure of the world, architects of AI, captains of business and industry. Are you college students?
Yeah.
Majors. What are your majors?
Business.
Business? Okay, so your business, everybody else, what are your majors?
Engineering.
Engineering? Business. Anybody else got a major?
My major.
Okay, so here's what I want to share with you. Thinking jobs are the jobs that are getting the axe real quickly by AI. So good luck with that. Yeah. So you can be asking. Let's see the shirt. Titties for beer. Okay. I love titties and beer. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so what you might want to consider is where will you spend forever and why. That's the big question. Are we more than a body? Yeah, we've got a biofield. They found a way to hack it. So a lot of people are remote controlled and they don't know it.
David Spade.
So there you go. So that up there is, see where I am by the front of the pier there? Or I mean at the, underneath there? They don't know it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You're on the live stream right now. We can develop a feedback loop.
Let them see the feedback.
Yeah, let's hear the feedback loop. So let's show it. So that's part of a simulated reality. Have you heard of the simulation hypothesis? We're in a simulation right there in that phone.
Do we live in a simulation?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we have simulated reality created by technology like this right now. Live stream worldwide.
Do you believe in God?
I'm a born-again Christ follower. That's why I'm not afraid to live, die, or tell the truth. That's why I do this, or else it wouldn't matter to me what y'all believe, really. It does now, because I want to help people find the truth about what matters most. How about that? So there you go. Feel free. Do you have any questions before I go on?
No.
If any of them come up and you want to call me, text me, put a comment, anytime, day or night, because we're dealing with the time zones of the world. So there you go. Woo! Good to meet y'all. Okay, so how cool was that? And that's part of the reality that I can do out here is meet people from all over, and yeah, and we'll see what they do with that. Looks like I've got a little too much coconut oil on my screen there. Oh well. Then we've got the family unit. So I've got a live stream that I just panned on around and you were on it. Would you like a card? You can see what that looks like there. And I've got a card for you all.
Awesome.
Feel free to reach out if you like.
Okay.
My name and phone number are like computer code to find the different platforms that I'm on. I definitely like to give it to the men, and you reached out, so I thought I'd give it to you as well. So I'm exposing the truth about everything that I found out about so far. If you think I missed something or got it wrong, you can give me a holler, put it in a comment, or send me a link, okay?
Awesome.
All right, nice to meet y'all.
You too.
Thank you. Good to see you. You're in my live stream right now. Looking good. All right, so with the human biofield, the system of control has found a real powerful way to link people up to the cloud. That's what's been going on. And the technology has been deployed in the food, water, and air, and it's activated with information and technology and the wired and wireless grid. Even when you see the wires, like the high power lines, there, that's a good shot of it, they're putting off information as well and can affect the mood of people. You can hear whistleblowers exposing the reality of that. When I put the pinned comment in the top of my playlist, or the top of this video, it's going to be the link to my channel, and across all the different platforms you'll be able to see the different channels that I featured, and then thousands of videos. And now YouTube is pretty much unsubscribing me from almost every channel that I subscribe to in real time. And interestingly enough, I had a call from a young lady in out of Massachusetts last night, and she actually had one of my videos recommended to her. How does that work? I don't know, because I'm being shadow banned. That's part of the mechanism of censorship and suppressing the truth. So a lot of times, I remember when I was the age of those young men, I just kind of put on the spot. I remember believing what I wanted to believe because it was convenient for me. It was based on my appetite, not really an intellectual or sincere spiritual pursuit of truth. It was, I wanted to confirm what I wanted to believe. So my peers that were, and teachers that were saying Jesus isn't real, the Bible's a fairy tale and all that, that worked well for my sex, drugs, and rock and roll perspective, where I wanted to do that and not have to worry about eternity. It looked like a lot of the Bible carrying people were just not loving life. Well, now I found out that it's true, that the Bible is real, and a lot of people that are carrying those Bibles and all of that, they may not be born again, and they may never be. I don't know. I don't decide who is or isn't, or where they're going to spend eternity. It's between them and God and the Almighty, the living Word, the living water, the great I Am, the Alpha and Omega, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yahweh, all the same entity. He determines, He predetermined. So that's why I do this. Even though it's been settled and the victory has been won, we've been given a purpose to expose the truth, I believe, to anybody who will listen. And even if they won't listen, I'm not responsible for the results, just the obedience to do this, to do what I'm created to do. So yes, the tide is coming in right now. What a beautiful day. It's in the mid-70s already. It'll get up to almost 90 degrees out here today, with a very intense UV rating as well. So we have suppressed energy propulsion systems, and we could clean and power the world with water. Stanley Meyer in the water car, they killed him. And it wasn't just car energy, it was also to create electricity through generators, and also to heat homes, to fuel industry, including metal smelting and all that. And then Troy Reed, the magnet motor car guy, they killed him too. You can see him in my library. Could have perpetual driving machines like he developed. So right now there's a group of high school students, I believe, that have come out for a surfing experience today. Good morning. Good to see you. And the water here is really warm. It's approaching 78 degrees. Put Leonard on the live stream. He's one of our local photographers. Does a great job out here. So as you noticed, or if you were on when I talked to the young men, One of them asked me, do you believe the earth is flat? And I deflected to I know it's stationary and level. Otherwise, shit would be flying everywhere. We'd go flying off. The water flies off a tennis ball, a soccer ball, football. It's not going to stick to a big global size, spinning, wobbling, gyrating water sphere, water ball. That's all make-believe. Now, as important as it is to know that, there's other very important information that I believe people should know. One of the reasons why I go back to the stationary level Earth is so that people can acknowledge that, yeah, we've not only been lied to, we've believed it. I believed it. There's a lot of lies that I had previously believed. And when we go into, or I do, the military, medical, financial, informational, energy, industrial complexes, all of those, there has been a massive amount of proof to expose all of this from talented authors and investigative journalists. There they go. Let's get them running into the sunrise. A body in motion likes to stay in motion. Some of the couch potatoes turn into beach potatoes. It's really good to be out here walking, running. I walk a lot out here, back and forth, so I'm in my zone that people can come over and talk to me if they care to. And then I'm going to paddle out today. It's a beautiful day for that. So a lot of the disease in humanity, or disease, has to do with the toxification of our environment, macro environment, the world that we live in, with a firmament that keeps, well, it's the covering. We live in like a large terrarium, a big one. You can read about it in Genesis chapter 1, the creation story. I believe it's real. And that macro environment that's been contaminated is also contaminated with fallen angels and Satan's children. And it won't be long, as far as I can tell, when we have the new heaven and the new earth. And where will you be in that? So I hand out this invitation to everybody to seriously examine the person of Jesus Christ and the claims of the Bible, what it says. So the smaller environment that we live in is our body. So toxins in or on the body, if they are put on the body, such as toxic sunscreens and toothpaste and personal hygiene products like deodorants, and then just a cacophony of preservatives and colorings that really don't even need to be there. They're put there to cross over the blood-brain barrier and affect our cognitive function and our overall homeostasis, how our body functions. We need healthy electrolytes. Electrolytes! Like on Idiocracy. No, not like on Idiocracy. We need electrolytes such as a full spectrum sea salt, which helps the body to metabolize food, to turn food and calories into energy, usable energy, with, what would I say, using intermittent fasting with a feeding window that's smaller than the fasting window, giving the body plenty of time to clean up all the extra stored glucose that's stored in the liver and skeletal muscle. So I've got documentation of people that have a big gut, looks like a beer gut. They don't even drink alcohol. It's from processed foods, sugars, and too many calories. So we've got a filtering mechanism in our lungs and sinuses, and mucus is part of that. We need good, healthy, full spectrum sea salt to give our body electrolytes so our cognitive function operates properly, effectively, as well as our physiology. So a person can dehydrate by drinking too much water that doesn't have electrolytes in it, or if they don't have enough electrolytes in their body, that can be a problem. So Himalayan salt, I understand, is good. I use it. Sea salt, Mediterranean sea salt, full spectrum Celtic salt, all very good. And whatever your budget can handle. So, like for example, now I'm gonna, hang on a second, I'm gonna lose the shirt. Okay, so I want to pick up sunlight, and I'm gonna demonstrate something. I'm gonna walk into that sunbeam. I'm a man with a male gait. You can watch women; they've got a different gait, different hormonal operating system, and all of that. You out there, men and women should know about that, and I've got documentation on that. A young lady was talking about the difference between men and women hormonally, and how simple men are, kind of like an on-off switch, and a woman has a whole lot more complicated features. Okay, so I'm going to go for a little walk. I'll be right back. Oh, that is funny. There's a big dog over there that's taking the owner for a walk. It was funny to watch him just pulling him around. So out here we do have the North Myrtle Beach surfing group. And they've been getting some rides out there. Pretty cool. So one of the practical things I want you to consider, I'm grounded on the largest body of electrolyte in the water, the ocean that covers the face of the stationary level Earth, and there's a lot of energy in this. Negative electrons reduce inflammation in the body. The atmosphere is positively charged. The ground, the Earth, is negatively charged, and that being grounded reduces inflammation, helps blood flow. Soda's healthy, hydrating. So where a lot of the thinking was salt is bad, don't eat it because you'll get high blood pressure. Well, you can hear award-winning, Nobel Prize-winning doctors exposing the reality that a healthy sea salt helps your body to be hydrated, and that helps blood flow. Also, sometimes people get a headache. It may be because there's a lack of water. I've even had it happen where I knew I was thirsty, and I chose to go and talk to a friend rather than go and get my water jug. Well, I was searching for the name of his wife, and right after I got the drink of water, I remembered her name. And it was kind of funny because I noticed that. I noticed I was thirsty, and my brain wasn't firing quite as quickly as it normally would to remember things like that. So the other reality is that I'm going to talk about, if you ever want to have a pen and paper handy to write down some of the things that I mentioned. I have people that tell me they do. So as it relates to the detoxification protocol, the bath that I have, I'm bathing in reverse osmosis drinking water. Right now I have one of my systems filling up my bathtub. It'll take about 10 hours to put in around 20 gallons or so. And then a third of the water that I bathe in, I heat up in stainless stock pots on the stove. And here's what I add. These are the ingredients in the proportions of a tablespoon of each. Boron, brand name Borax. I get it at the laundry department at Walmart. It's about $5 for 4 pounds. The other thing is baking soda. I get it at Sam's Club or Costco. They're large bags for water treatment for like hot tubs and swimming pools. Very affordable, like 13 or 15 pounds for like $8 now. Yeah, the price of everything has gone up. And then a full spectrum sea salt, maybe Himalayan salt, maybe from the Mediterranean, or a high altitude Utah salt bed. Redmond is a good one. Okay, so then I'll also add magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salt. Calming to the nervous system, magnesium, very healthy. There's the body will absorb some of that, flush out. So I'm not just scrubbing the dead skin cells off with exfoliating gloves and a microfiber towel. I'm actually cleaning my body at a cellular level. The water, when I get in, the water temperature is about 107 to 111, something like that. Really hot, about as hot as I can stand. And then for the other couple of tablespoons, I'll add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. And then a water purifier, water treatment you can get at a camping section. It's or Amazon. It's called chlorine dioxide. And it kills parasites in pond water and more. I can't say much more about it, or this video and my channel might get taken down. On my Facebook, I have documentation on health benefits for a lot of the aforementioned elements and substances. I also, so I put 7 drops of each of the 2-part water treatment liquid in about 30 gallons of water. And then I put 7 drops of each of that 2-part liquid in a glass of water that I'll drink. I spit a lot during the day, blow my nose a lot. I want to get the trapped particulate out of there, whatever they're putting in the food, water, or whatever they're putting in the air, but my body also will get rid of the other elements through that means as well. College students. How cool is that? Yeah, these are the guys I was talking to earlier. A few of them. So will it make a difference for them? Will they look into this? I never know. I never know how it's going to work out for anybody. I do believe that making important decisions based on truth with an accurate situational awareness is very important. One of the other dynamics is cool as my Ray-Bans look on me. I like the way they look on me. They inhibit a lot of healthy ultraviolet light that I actually want to go into my eyes, into my brain, and then it helps apparently metabolize cholesterol and give me a lot of vitamin D, a lot of energy, direct energy from the sun, free energy from the sun. How cool is that? Notice the light beam continue. There's a little hump right where those guys are walking across. Water's a natural level. So the way it goes is the surface of undisturbed, unmanipulated water is flat and level. And people can make fun of it all they want. View me as the toilet water guy. Because I was heard saying at the first Flat Earth conference and subsequent videos that went out, we don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. Well, hello, it's just water seeking its level. That's all. Whether it's this ocean water or toilet water, the water in your glass, all the stuff we've got stacked up on our shelves, cupboards, all the little curio cabinets with the breakables and all that, they would all go flying around if we were gyrating in the contradictory movements that none of us can feel. So stationary and level is the provable reality. And I can see things way too far away for it to be a globe of the proportions they say. But not everybody has a high-powered zoom camera to check it out. And what we're getting from the official space agencies is a lot of science fiction fakery. So there you go. I've covered a lot of stuff. Because I'm permanently banned from the X platform, I'm dropping links in the comment thread on the Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars video. That's the landing video on my channel, as well as my Facebook. And I've got a MySpace, Lemonade Stand of Truth. Wherever I can put it, I'll do that for your consideration. Families. There's Leonard taking shots of the surfers. How cool is that? And then the moon. Where is that? There we go. So a lot of times what I can do is on Facebook, I can go ahead and take my YouTube channel and put it in a comment. The post may be on Flat Earth, it may be on chemtrails, it may be on a variety of different topics. Well, I've got those all covered in my library for people to look at. And once again, feel free to click on the live portion of my channel because there's a lot of live streams there that are not in my playlists. So the playlists are not my research library, they're only a part of it. The link of my name and phone number to all the different platforms is how to find this information. It's a collaborative effort. So I'm exposing the truth about everything that I found out about so far, and the deceivers are intermingled in there, just like a library would be. There's a lot of information in a library. Not all of it is true. That's my disclaimer. And what I would say with that, if you want to know specifically about a topic, you could ask me by calling me. I prefer not to have long interactive chats because I'd rather talk. I'd rather hear your voice, make sure you're a human as best I can tell. We've got deep fake technology, which has really confused that issue as well. Is a profile actually a real human or something else? So even the people that have been modified with technology, maybe they're even unaware of it because of things they put in their body and how genetically modified organisms are corrupting the DNA structure of humanity with gene editing, CRISPR technology, all of that. Are they a clone? Or are they just a human being that's been taken over by Satan, a fallen angel, demon, that kind of thing? So I believe it's only by God's grace that anybody can love and believe the truth, let alone find it. And the truth matters. So people can ignore the truth, they just can't avoid the consequences of ignoring the truth. So there you go. This is Robert Forsch. Feel free to reach out anytime you like. Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement.